and we've decided we're going to head into Derry. LondonDerry or Derry, whatever way you want to call it. So that's where we're going now. We're going to have a bit of a change from the seaside, see what it's all about. The van's having a few issues this morning. Every time we lock it and walk off, the alarm goes off. We're not sure what the problem is. We've tried different remedies. We're hoping this will work by just driving it forward and moving it back, but we will see. And this is exactly what it keeps doing. Third time lucky. We'll walk away and see what happens. So we're going to follow the walls around. I think it's about a mile. So we're going to walk round and see, what else we can find. And these are the Derry girls.
Derry, officially Londonderry, is the second largest city in Northern Ireland. James I changed the name to Londonderry in 1613 when he gave the town of Derry to the people of London during the plantation.
The person traditionally seen as the founder of the original Derry is Saint Colmcille, an Irish abbot from the 6th century, when it was known in Irish Dar or Dor, which translates as Oak Grove.
The walls were built between 1613 and 1619 as a defence for the early 17th century settlers from England and Scotland.
They are approximately 1 mile in circumference and vary in height between 3 and 10 metres. You can walk the full length of the walls, and this gives you a great view of the city and beyond.
The city is also nicknamed the Maiden City, by virtue of the fact that its walls were never breached despite being besieged on 3 separate occasions. The most notable being the Siege of Derry of 1688 to 1689, which lasted 105 days. There is a fascinating museum about the siege just inside the walled city. The fishmonger's cannon was nicknamed Roaring Meg, and it is the most famous of Derry's cannon. She weighs a mighty 1,700 kilograms. She saw action in the 1689 siege, probably from this bastion. It could take up to 6 men to fire a large cannon. 2 packed the gunpowder into a barrel. A third lit the fuse, while a fourth aimed the cannon at the target. The force of the explosion could cause the gun carriage to roll back up to 6 metres. The last 2 men pushed it back into position, ready to load.
This is a monument to all that protected the city from the 7th of December 1688 to the 12th of August. So there's a lot of fencing around and we can't quite work out why it's here. It's only sporadically around. But yeah.
So the fencing that you could see behind me, which used to run a lot further, was erected by the government, the British Army, during the Troubles, and its sole purpose was to stop mortar attacks and petrol bombs being launched from down below from the Catholic population in the Bogside. Why they keep this bit up? Just to remind us, I suppose. Left there to remind us of more violent times.
Despite its troubled past, Derry today is now a vibrant city. Famous for its hit comedy TV show The Derry Girls, it is also the home of the Undertones and 1970 Eurovision winner Dana. John Hume was also born in the city, and his Nobel Peace Prize is on show in the Guildhall. Derry is also a creative hub for artists, musicians and cultural events. Its lively pubs and club scene make it the ideal place for a weekend destination. So we're now on the Peace Bridge. And Spencer's feeling all calm. As with every town, city, village we have come to whilst in Northern Ireland, it's been absolutely beautiful, especially at night when it's all lit up. I'm going to show you this. Look at that.
Look.
I didn't say that. Got gorgeous waterfronts. And this is actually the fourth largest city in the whole of Ireland. So what can I do when it's 2 for 1 on cocktails for the night? And Spencer's gone for a Guinness.
When you run, see? When you run. Now it's time to check out Derry's famous nightlife.
Every man has his own special treat. For change, I wish I could have. I wish I could.
Derry, LondonDerry, and here's our park up for the night. We stayed at the Railway Museum, probably just see the railway tracks in the background there. Decent park up, £4 for 24 hours. There is a service point which we haven't worked out how to get in yet because you need a key.
I think you've got to pay £10 somewhere.
I think we might have to pay £10 deposit into the museum, so we'll have a day out and hopefully get back before then. Apparently it's a bit noisy this morning when people started going to work, but we had a night out at the drag club and 86 gins, I didn't notice it at all. But yeah, it's a highly recommended 10-minute walk, if that, into town, and what a fantastic town it is. And if you're a railway enthusiast, I'm guessing it's a really, really good place for you to be.
So we're just by the Guildhall now. We're actually going to do a walking tour of all the troubles that have been here in Londonderry throughout the years.
From the Guildhall, we are taking a short distance through the streets where the events that triggered Bloody Sunday started. Our guide, a local man, gave us a detailed account of the day, what happened leading up to it, including the Battle of the Bogside, and a brief history of the troubles in Derry. We also visited the Bloody Sunday Memorial and many of the murals, where the meaning of them were explained to us.
The tour, which costs £16 per person, finishes at the Free Derry Museum. The museum costs £5 for admission and gives the history of Derry during the period of 1968 to 1972 and narrated by those involved. The museum has the iconic wall with the music to the civil rights anthem "We Shall Overcome" inscribed.
After what could only be described as a poignant day sightseeing, it was time to lighten the mood.
I can smell a lot of weed around here.
Yeah.
You'll never be short of a bar around here. I can't believe we didn't find the street last night. However, we had a good night, so we can't complain. So we are in the wee bar. Wee bar. But this bar is absolutely crackers. It's got like all the old stuff that you'd buy back in the day. And I'm just going to show you it. It's just crazy. And then you got your Bushmill light. Now we don't think that's proper whiskey in there because there's a few on the tables and I'm sure people would end up nicking them. But watch this. Look at that.
Little things.
It is little things. Look at that. Impressive. Home sweet home. After an amazing night listening to live music and just enjoying our life. And this is why we do what we do. Amazing people we meet. Now it's time for night nights.